I honestly cannot remember the last time I experienced something as profound and unique as Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Developed by Ninja Theory, who also created Heavenly Sword and Enslaved Odyssey to the West, Hellblade takes on a much different approach and successfully tackles some sensitive subject matter and manages to beautifully implement it into both the story and the gameplay. The story centers around a young Celtic woman named Senua who is severely plagued with psychosis as she travels into Nordic hell to face her past and rescue the soul of her deceased lover, whose head she carries with her. The concept of psychosis shows to be very well researched, as we are put into the tormented position of Senua while she is torn between conflicting voices that surround her and creepy hallucinations of demons that aren't really there. I've actually met a few people who have schizophrenia, and they exhibit a ton of those behaviors, so this made Senua a lot more sympathetic and relatable. The best moments in the game come through the puzzle-solving segments. At several points, you will have to find some sort of rune before you can progress to the next area, and the way that you discover these runes is by searching the environment and looking at various objects so that they line up in a way to match the shape. Truly brilliant. Sometimes, Senua will need to pass through arches which will cause changes in the scenery and open up new ways to progress, and there's even a very well-designed moment when she will have to manipulate two different points in time to reach new areas. I especially enjoyed the moments when she is required to stay within the light of a torch, or else she will become overwhelmed by tormenting thoughts and succumb to the madness. Yeah, it was challenging, but you know what? I didn't really mind too much. I found these immersive moments to be quite creative in their execution and incredibly atmospheric. In fact, this whole game has an amazing atmosphere, rich with Norse lore and amazing visuals that can be straight up nightmarish on multiple occasions. The combat, admittingly, isn't the greatest as it is very limited, but fighting enemies was a very thrilling experience. You have your fast attacks, heavy attacks, dodge, block, and the ability to slow down enemies while you hack away at them. They're all well designed, they look scary, and it can be a stressful juggle when multiple enemies try to attack you from all sides. The voices also aid Senua in combat, as they are the only warning you will have when an enemy is about to strike from behind. Despite all of this, the game does have a bit of controversy, but not for the right reasons. There's a very forward promise at the beginning that states if Senua dies too many times, the dark corruption along her arm will increase until it reaches her head and kills her permanently, whereupon the game will delete your progress and you will have to start again. Personally, I thought this was a very clever way to unsettle the player by making them think that they need to play cautiously. Similar to Eternal Darkness, this would be a great means of breaking the fourth wall to keep with the theme of the game, but unfortunately, or fortunately for some of you, this is a simple bluff, as the game will never force you to start again no matter how many times you die. Slight letdown, but it didn't make my experience less enjoyable. There was also a huge amount of controversy because of a glitch that broke the game, but my experience with the game was good, aside from one small glitch that occurred when I was unable to complete a puzzle in the caves after I died while trying to solve it, but this was fixed after I reloaded the save. Finally, I do have to give props to the actress. She really gives a solid performance as Senua, and she really gives it her all in emphasizing how much she has gone through. There are even some really impressive moments when live actors are blended into the gameplay cutscenes, and it made for some of the more engaging moments in the story. This game is a true masterpiece. It's short, but it's as long as it needed to be. The setting is gorgeous and frightening, the acting is wonderful, and the way that mental health is handled is very effective, so I would strongly recommend Hellblade to anyone who is into atmospheric elements of horror. Download it today, and see what everyone is crazy about.